Well, guys, as you can see, I got my GT500 behind me. A lot of you guys tapped into the GT350 video, and this leads us to the next question. Will there be another Shelby GT500 ever produced by Ford Motor Company? And I really don't think so. That's the car, boys. Alrighty, boys, we are in my Shelby GT500 right now, and there was a lot of stuff I wanted to say about the GT350 in the previous video. I know the full history of Shelby. I know when they started making the GT350s. I know everything. They made S197s, GT350s. They made so much different stuff that Shelby America created, which is good. Shelby America pretty much started that. They created their own thing, and I get that. I really, really do get the GT500 and the GT350 was fully Carroll Shelby's idea. It was fully Shelby America's right. I get it 1000%. I understand that entirely. But, gotta pass this car. Excuse me, sir. Shelby GT500 coming through. Oh, he waved to me. What a nice guy. Boys, I understand that Shelby America owns the rights to the GT350. I understand they own the rights to the GT500, but I think in this exact car, my GT500 and the 16 through 20 GT350, I personally think Ford did a lot better of a job keeping the name Shelby alive. 1965, 1966 was the first, I believe. Don't quote me, I'm a little rough with the years, but 1966 I think was the first GT350 when it came out. The Mustang was nothing in 65, absolutely nothing. They used to call that car a secretary's car. They used to say it was a female's car. It wasn't even designed to be a sports car. It was just a coupe. Literally, it was just a coupe with a shitty motor, shitty transmission, and you know what a gearhead did, such as Carroll Shelby? Ripped out the shitty motor, ripped out the shitty transmission, and put something behind it. Made it faster, made it have a stance, made it fast on a track where the car wasn't even designed on the track, the Mustang, when it first came out. It wasn't even designed to be a sports car, but look where we are today, boys. It's sitting in a GT500, making 1,000 horsepower, and this car's an absolute monster. This car, if you can't afford a GTD, which 99% of the population cannot afford a GTD, it's an extremely expensive car, $300,000+. For literally $80,000, I was asking for my GT500, which, in the premise of this video, I'm not probably going to sell my GT500 anymore because I think the value of these cars is going to skyrocket because I truly believe that this is the last and final Ford and Shelby America collaboration, like ever. I think this is it. I think we're at the crossroads, boys. We really, really are. And it's a good thing and a bad thing because, you know, I truly loved Shelby America. I love what they do. I love Carroll Shelby. I love the history. I truly cannot share any more or give any more respect to the Shelby name. I freaking own a Shelby. I love these cars since I was a kid. I've always wanted a GT500. I always wanted a Mustang. So it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way whenever it said I was disrespecting Shelby, because I truly wasn't. I really care about the brand so much. I've sold probably hundreds and hundreds of Mustangs without even physically being at the dealer selling the car. I can show you message after message after message from subscribers of literally saying, Jake, you got me to buy a Mustang, you got me to buy an F-150, you got me to buy a Raptor, you got me to buy a GT500, you got me to buy a Dark Horse. I mean, it's just, it goes on and on and on. I know for a fact I have sold probably damn near 1,000 Mustangs for Ford just by creating content and sharing my passion of these cars with you guys. It truly, people have found the excitement and joy that I grew up seeing my dad have driving his Mustangs and kind of pushing that passion onto me, and I found a love with it. And I literally got people on the internet that don't even know me or have never met me got to enjoy and feel the same love, same exact thing as Carroll Shelby did. Same thing of showcasing what you built, showcasing what you're driving, enjoying it, showing the experience. And I just think, guys, I really think Ford was doing the best it possibly could, keeping the Shelby name alive. I don't know all the details and every reason why Ford just didn't go with the name anymore. I really don't. I think it was a money issue. I think like If I had to take a wild ballpark guess, I truly think Shelby America obviously was getting royalties for every vehicle that Ford was selling, and I think maybe when the contract ended, maybe they were asking way too much, and Ford was like, you know, we just dropped the dark horse, there's really no point of us carrying on this legacy because it kind of makes no sense. And when you say GT350 to people my age, and like I get what all the older guys were saying in the comment section of you don't know the true history. I know the history. I understand where 350 comes from, but I'm saying in today's time, day, presence right now, no one did a better job by keeping the Shelby name alive than Ford, by putting it on the GT350 and making it unique and an absolute track weapon. And the GT500 goes to the same thing. The fact that the Shelby name is on this specific car, this car, this GT500 I'm sitting in right now, Ford just cracked a sub-second no bring time with the same motor I have in this car right now, which you can obtain for $80,000. $80,000 car has the same motor as a $300,000 car. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, Jake, it makes a little more power. I talked with the engineers. It's a 3-liter blower. The factory GT500 blower is a 2650. The new one on the GTD is a 3-liter, but mine is ported, so a little more power out of it. And the dual clutches is something it's unheard of. This is the second Mustang in the entire world to have a dual clutch transmission. What's the other one? GTD. So for $80,000, you could buy a dual clutch Mustang, 5.2 liter, absolute monster, can handle 1,000 horsepower without literally cracking a freaking sweat. And the problem with the new GT350, and I think the new GT500, if they even make it, it's going to be made by Shelby America, and it just kind of loses the wow factor to me. The fact that it's going to be a regular 5.0 with an MT82. I don't even know if they're going to option a 10-speed. I really, really don't think it's probably even going to be an option. I truly think if Ford just kept making the Shelbys, I think the name and the legend would have lived on, because, guys, you don't see anyone driving a Super Snake from Carroll Shelby. At least I don't. I never see it. I never ever see it. It's always the collector cars, and that's, to me, if it's a collector car, it really isn't a true passion of a car. Everything Carroll Shelby made was designed and built for racing. No one is going to buy that GT350 and take it racing. It's simply not going to happen, because you could build it cheaper yourself. You really, really could. And the car doesn't have a beefed up transcooler, doesn't have a beefed up rear cooler. There's a lot of things that car is missing, and it doesn't even have some of the stuff that this GT500 has. The fact that all the new stuff coming out is a limited number run, 250 to 300 cars or 150, whatever they're making, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right to a true Mustang enthusiast that loves these cars. It's not fair to everyone in the market that wants to get something with the Shelby name on and the Shelby brand, because Shelby's known for building fast shit. Some of the best performance cars in the world. I mean, just a good old country boy that loved going fast and building fast cars. Created a legacy, created an empire, started a life for probably thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Shit, millions of people. And that's why it kind of bothered me so much when the GT350 came out, because I feel like Mustang enthusiasts that truly know Shelby and love the brand and love the history are kind of losing it, in a sense, a little bit. And that's just my perspective on it. I understand that Shelby America's been building 350s and upgrading the Mustangs a little better, but I just think, to me, that this Shelby, the one that Ford and Shelby America collaborated on and built this GT500, or built the previous GT350. And I know the GT350 had a lot of motor problems. They really did. And that's why the Dark Horse is pretty much the replacement of the 350. But I mean, this is like, everyone knows when you pull up, this is a GT500. It has the class, it has the presence. It's just that monster that shows up, and everyone knows. You hear it. It's got that distinct sound. You hear the blower whine. It's just special. It truly, truly is special. And the fact that this motor is in a $300,000 car, that just is the #1 or the first American car to actually break sub-seconds at the Nürburgring, I mean, it's an honor. It's actually an honor to own a GT500. It's a blessing. It really, really is a blessing. I truly think the #1 selling point on a vehicle is when you release the specs, when you drop the Nürburgring time, when you drop the quarter mile time, when you show the curb weight, when you can show the overall performance of a vehicle. Shelby America, I did not see one lap time of before and after of an actual GT350. I didn't see a quarter mile time because obviously it's an MT82. That isn't going to live making multiple passes at the quarter mile. Simply not at that power level. And honestly, the same thing goes with RTR, and the only one I could say that's probably above all of them that I would put this manufacturer at the top, at the A list of performance and testing and actually showing before and after, Steeda. I would put Steeda at #1 because they will literally take the dark horse, build a full suspension setup for it, and literally show you stock versus aftermarket, and literally shows you the positive feedback that you get from the parts. Buying that car from Shelby America, that's $110,000. Did they put good parts on it? Yes. Did they show us before and after times? They simply did not. Are they taking the car to the Nürburgring that is going to go against the previous GT350 lap time? I highly doubt they are. I truly highly doubt they are. And being a consumer, that is just one thing I would truly like to see. And if I'm willing to spend $110,000 on something, it better be able to walk the walk before I have to pay $110,000, because you can pick up a literally Shelby GT500 like the one I'm sitting in right now all day long under $90,000 all day long. Low miles, less than 20,000 miles. Some I've even seen cheaper. I think I saw one for 82 with like 1,500 miles on it. It's not a track pack, but it's just crazy the amount of car you can get for $80,000, and I'm sitting in one right now. Sitting in an absolute monster. Same motor that is in the GTD as we speak. Feels so good just to get out and drive the car again, boys. It's been way too long. Still a lot of salt on the roads, but I had to drive it. We have a Challenger next to us. Oh, it's a 345. What's up, brother? Dang, why are Challenger guys like that? Watch. Homeboy did not even grin. Mopar, no car, dude. He don't want to smoke. I'll gap you for Shelby. Grandpa, you want a 40 roll? 50 roll? Shit. I give that Mopar 5 cars in the hit. I think the rear fender of the Challenger comes up to like the roof of the Shelby GT500. I think it's a friggin' boat, dude. What is 345? Is that the Hemi? Or is that the RT? RT, baby! What's up, baby? What is good? Challenger don't want to smoke. Hellcat don't want to smoke. Alrighty, boys, you gotta let me know down below in the comments. Is this the end of the road for the GT500? Is this it? Are we done? S550, Ford, and Shelby America collaboration for the GT500. Are we finished? Like, are we truly finished? And everything I said, y'all could take it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think we're done. I think Carroll Shelby, Shelby America, and Ford going in separate ways. And another reason, I think RTR is going to be like the next Shelby America. Vaughn is the new Carroll Shelby in the essence of Ford. Drifting is becoming more popular. I would say more popular than road racing. I feel like it's more easy to get into drifting than it is to road racing. A lot cheaper of a car you can start with, a lot cheaper of parts. So I think Ford knows that. And obviously the dynamic of the S650 has a drift brake in it. So I mean, there's a lot of points I could touch on. I can make this video an hour long, and I'm not going to do that to you guys. There's a million talking points. I know I missed probably half of everything I truly wanted to say. I know the history of Shelby America. I know what happened to the 350. I know where the 350 stands. I know where the 500 came from. I just feel that Ford carried the legacy on better than Shelby America did. That is my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but boys, there you have it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the GT500, my GT500 Zeus. Love this thing as always, but after we just saw what happened with the GT350, I think there will no longer be a GT500 built by Ford. And like I mentioned in the previous video, they did trademark the Bullet, or sorry, not the Bullet. The Bullet, forget that. The Boss. They trademarked the Boss of 2025, so I do think there is another Mustang coming out. I just don't think it will be a GT500 from Ford, sadly to say, but who knows? This is a guess, and from everything I see, I'm just making an educated prediction. So there it is, boys. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in today's video. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button. Road to 100K. Godspeed. I love y'all. Take y'all's Mustang out, enjoy them. Take your Shelby out, enjoy it. Take your freaking Dark Horse out and enjoy it. I love you all. Tomorrow isn't promised. Godspeed. I will catch you, boys, in the next one. Deuces.